Welcome to the BFTM chapter of the HT32 MCU basic tutorial. This tutorial will introduce to you the HT32 MCU BFTM function. We will introduce this function from four aspects: overview and functional description, registers, library, and library application example. BFTM overview and functional description. The basic function timer module, BFTM, is a 32-bit up-counting counter which is driven by the BFTM APB clock. The counter value can be changed or read at any time even when the timer is counting. The BFTM supports two operating modes known as the repetitive mode and one-shot mode, allowing the measurement of time intervals or time durations. When a BFTM compare-match event occurs, a compare-match interrupt flag, MIF, will be generated, which can be used as an AD converter input trigger source. If the compare-match interrupt is enabled by setting the corresponding interrupt control bit, MIEN, to 1, a BFTM compare-match interrupt will be generated. When the BFTM operates in the repetitive mode and the counter reaches a value equal to the specific compare value in the BFTM CMPR register, the timer will generate a compare-match event signal, MIF. When this occurs, the counter will be reset to 0 and resume its counting operation. The counter value will remain unchanged and the counter will stop counting if it is disabled by clearing the CEN bit to 0. When the BFTM operates in the one-shot mode, the BFTM starts to count when the CEN bit is set to 1 by the application program. The counter value will remain unchanged if the CEN bit is cleared to 0 by the application program. However, the counter value will be reset to 0 and stop counting when the CEN bit is cleared automatically to 0 by the internal hardware when a counter compare-match event occurs. BFTM registers. Then, we'll briefly introduce the BFTM-related registers. The BFTM control register is used to configure the BFTM counter, including counter enable control, counter operating mode selection, and interrupt control. The BFTM status register is used to specify the BFTM interrupt status. The BFTM counter value register is used to set the BFTM counter value. The BFTM compare value register is used to set the BFTM compare value. BFTM Library. Holtec provides a standard peripheral firmware library including macros, functions, and examples for peripherals. Using this library does not require users to have advanced knowledge of the HT32 MCU peripheral specifications, thus significantly reducing development costs. The following will introduce several BFTM-related functions. The first function is used to deinitialize the specified BFTM registers. The second function is used to enable or disable the specified BFTM. The third function is used to configure the CMP register value of the specified BFTM. The fourth function is used to set the CNTR register value of the specified BFTM. The fifth function is used to get the CMP register value of the specified BFTM. The sixth function is used to get the CNTR register value of the specified BFTM. The seventh function is used to enable or disable the one-shot mode of the specified BFTM. The eighth function is used to enable or disable the specified BFTM interrupt. The ninth function is used to get the interrupt flag status of the specified BFTM. The 10th function is used to clear the interrupt flag of the specified BFTM. BFTM Library and Application Example. Finally, We will provide an application example to summarize this tutorial. This example is one of the standard peripheral firmware library examples. It should be used with the hardware starter. The program enables the BFTM compare match interrupt to achieve LED timing toggling. Here are critical codes of this example. First, enable the peripheral clock. Then, set the BFTM compare value and counter value. Finally, enable the BFTM interrupt, then enable the BFTM. Holtec has a professional service team to assist in the development, design, and after-sales service. Welcome to contact our business unit for more detailed product information and consulting services.